Karstcast. My name is Jeff. I've watched movies sometimes, and I'm Karsten. I also watch movies sometimes. You're listening to the Karstcast podcast.
Hello, welcome to the 100th episode of.
So you guys didn't think we would make it that far?
No one did, not even us. Nobody, but we did it. We made it to 100. And Jeff and I are both in our peak physical condition right now. I have a bad haircut, and Jeff has a bandage in his mouth. So
yep. Your haircut looks great with a hat.
It definitely looks good with a hat. It looks
And I
presentable.
think even without a hat, it's not bad.
I mean,
we'll
let the viewers decide. I think it just needs some styling and some things to it. But
yeah,
right now in its current state, it definitely needs some work. But Jeff, who died 3 months into his fourth term as president?
FDR.
I feel like that definitely narrows it
4
down.
terms. Yeah.
But if you guys heard that, the soundboard is here to celebrate the 100th episode. But yeah, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be a long episode. We've watched on the podcast and put them in a tier list.
And not only that, we also were bullied on the internet into doing a movie as well this week. So
yeah,
we thought the tier list would be long enough, which I think it will be. But we also were forced to do a film.
To do the film. We're gonna get the film done first. I feel like we were both on the same page about that. We'll plow through it and just see if we have any. There's plenty of things to say about it, but we can honestly just get right into it. Unless you had any cool, fun. Well, I should
get this over
with. Let's just get this episode done with. I will ask Jeff, how was your week before we get into business?
You know what? Not too bad. I mean, it's in that realm of similar weeks. Don't really go anywhere in Florida because it's not a lot of masks happening here.
No.
I did bite my lip really, really hard yesterday, so that was a bit of a downer, which is why I have a thing in my mouth.
How did that happen? Was it just
I think I was just eating food and I missed.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
Sometimes you miss. Yeah.
Honestly, glad this happened before you drank or after you drank the old Coke, because who knows if that would infect it.
it just seeps into my bloodstream and I just get sepsis or something.
You form into a new superhero.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Coke, I have some very new Coke that I'm drinking. Yep. It's a vanilla Coke with coffee, and it is similar to the kind in Vietnam. They brought it to the U.S., and I'm pretty pleased about it.
I didn't even notice the vanilla part. I thought it was just Coke and coffee, but that adds a little extra spice to it.
No, it's good.
Nice.
I'm a fan.
That's cool. A similar bad thing happened to me. I got my car stuck in the snow this morning, and this has happened twice. Well, the first time it's a whole barrier of snow formed around my car, and that was just a lot of shoveling, but it wasn't stuck. And today it was in there. It was not getting out.
Did you have somewhere urgent you had to go?
No. Thankfully, no. But
okay, that's good.
It took a lot of strategy and very meticulous turning to get that puppy out of there. But
yeah. Have you ever drifted off of the road?
No. Not so bad. I've definitely had full spins around, but I've gotten lucky enough to not go off the road before.
Yeah. Now I will say that I think the full spin around actually might be worse than drifting off the road.
This full spin around is terrifying, yeah. Because that's you just go in circles.
Yeah, I have one time, and this obviously is all in Chicago, not in Florida. We don't have snow. But yeah, I was trying to stop an intersection, and I hit the brakes well in advance of the light.
Yep.
And my car did not stop. It didn't even really slow down. It just kept going.
Yep.
And I made it, and I pretty much came to almost a stop in the middle of the intersection. So then I just played it off like I was trying to turn right the whole time. I didn't want to turn right, but I had to at that point.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have just been going through a red light.
That's
Yeah.
that's
And then-
really scary.
Yeah, and then I had one other time where I did actually just drift off the road.
Jesus.
Was into like a very shallow snowbank. It was actually right at Hamlin Park, like literally on the side of
Wow.
Hamlin Park, which is near where both of us used to live.
Yeah.
And then I just like got out of my car and like dug my car out a bit, and then just got back on the road.
Yeah. See, that's
It was, like, very
good.
peaceful.
Yeah, that's a nice drift off the road, rather than like
It's
into
just, like-
a ditch on the highway or something.
Yeah, like mine was just like a little impromptu like walk. I just kind of got to pop out of the car, walk
Yep.
around the car a bit, dig some snow,
Do the
get back
thing.
in the car.
And it was like
Yeah.
small streets of Chicago. It's like you're not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was like holding up
trouble.
like tons of traffic.
Yeah. My two no. I've been in 3 fender benders. That's just
Wait,
what I
what?
do. I've been
It took me a second to process that.
I've only been in 3 accidents, all 3 of which are fender benders. Like no one was harmed, but 2 of which were like ice related in Minnesota. And I think I've already talked about the one where I like quietly drove away, I think.
I
But
think
then
you did, 'cause
I eventually
yeah.
we handled it, but it was a very awkward. And then the second one was I was on like a big highway and I bumped into this one guy, and then he was like, "We can just what? Oh God, yeah." He was like, "Just give me your driver's license." He was kind of like a sketchy like old man, and he's like, "Just give me your license so that you don't run away, and then I'm gonna follow you to an ATM, and you're just gonna take out $100 and give that to me, and we can move on." And I was like, "Okay." So I gave him my license and I just drove to an ATM. And I was like, that was like, it was like the scariest like 5 minutes of my life. I was like, this man could just run away with my ID right now.
Yeah.
And
wait, but like it actually worked out. Like you just gave him $100 and he
gave him
was like,
$100,
"Here's your license."
which is like, that's the thing. It's like $100. That's way cheaper than what it would have been if he like got like cops involved
Right.
or whatever you usually do. It's like, that was the best case scenario, to be honest. So I was like, all right. Yeah.
There you go.
And then
I mean,
the
that could
third-
have been like a scam he was running where he had like a garbage
Right.
car and he just tried to get people to bump into him and then like,
Yeah.
threaten them.
Exactly. Just leaves ice behind as he drives by, so people. Yeah. And then the third one, I bumped into a limo, and that one was not good. But
Which part of the limo did you bump into? Was
just-
it like one of the fronts or backs, or was it like the middle?
it was the back. But the thing is, what's fun about bumping into a limo is that it was bad. Obviously, like a fender bender, it's never good. But like the reveal was the best part. It wasn't the best part. When I got out of the car and it's like I slowly walked around it and I was like, oh shit, this is a limo. I was like, I just bumped into a limo.
I just bumped into a 25-foot car.
Yeah. They probably didn't even feel it at the front. Anyways, those are our car stories. We could just get into the movie, I guess.
Yeah,
We should
I am
just
ready for
get through
us
this.
to talk about the most highly requested movie
Yep.
in the history of the Karstcast movie cast.
Yeah. Today we're talking about Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It is a 2010 flick based off the novel under the same name. It's directed by Thor Freudenthal. His name
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Yeah. And the synopsis for this one reads: Middle school is not an enjoyable experience for preteen Greg Heffley, but a horrid ordeal of social landmines that he must bear. To do so, he devises schemes to win him the recognition and status he feels he deserves, all of which fail miserably. Greg chronicles his misadventures, thoughts, and opinions in a diary to prepare for the day that he will no longer have to put up with nonsense.
Yeah. Now, one thing I didn't connect until you said the title was that it's kind of like a Big Eyes situation where it kind of sounded like you said diarrhea. Diarrhea of a Wimpy Kid. Diarrhea of a.
Diarrhea of a Wimpy
It's
Kid.
diarrhea of a.
Yeah, diarrhea of Wimpy Kid.
So I'm just saying they could have done better with the title. I know it's
They
the title
could've-
of a
yeah,
book
but
as well.
there's like multiple. I think other books have like kind of taken after this one, and there's a lot of books called Diary of a Blank, and it really just sounds like diarrhea, you know?
Yeah, I didn't make that connection until right now.
Yeah.
Now, before we get going, I actually have been taking some heat on Letterboxd.
I saw it. I did see that.
I
think this is your first big controversial review.
Yeah, I had like one other one I don't remember that was like semi-controversial. But this is like my first where I've only received hate for this review.
Yep, it's been bad.
And
well, it's not.
We're gonna get into it.
We're gonna get into it.
I stand by my review.
I agree with you. For the record, I don't think this is a good movie, but yeah. The thing is, it's like there's like much to say about this movie before even like talking about the movie. For one, it's like, and I don't think you relate to this that much, but I think I was just on the cusp of this being like a big part of my childhood, like a nostalgia.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, is because you were like around the age of the kid.
Yep.
I mean, as we know, because you auditioned to be the kid.
I was gonna bring that up.
So you were, yeah. It's kind of like one of those things where I was roughly, the age of like Harry Potter. So that was like, and also like Toy Story. I was the age of Andy, like throughout the movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like I had those to like kind of connect to where I was like the age when it came out.
Right.
So this, I'm sure, was a similar thing for you, where it's like,
this is my Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did audition.
What if that was your Letterboxd review? People would be so confused.
I might make that my Letterboxd review. I did audition. There was I don't remember how I found it. And this is the fun part about the story, is I don't know if it was an actual audition, but it seemed legit. I think I actually found it through one of the books. But like there was a website, they were accepting auditions for Greg, and I read through like some of the people, or I watched some of the already made submissions, and they were so bad. And I was like, I have a shot. So I had my mom film me doing an audition for Greg, and I put so much effort into it. I really like wanted to nail it. And because I was like in the perfect age group, I looked like the character that they were describing. Did not get the part.
Now, when you first told me that you auditioned for this, I was kind of like, that's funny. But after seeing the film, and I'm completely honest here, I think you would have done a better job.
Thanks, man.
Because the kid is so annoying.
Greg fucking sucks in this movie.
Greg's terrible. He first of all, obviously he's supposed to not be that good. Sorry, the thing about living in Florida, I just saw dolphins out my window.
Really?
Yeah.
You have the view of the ocean from your window?
No, it's
this whole time?
It's of like it's connected to the ocean. It's not actually the ocean.
Dude.
Yeah. There's just dolphins, and this window is really tiny, so they just happen to be in this like little stretch that I can see.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I know this makes for the most boring. I just realized this is like the most boring possible content.
No,
because it's
beautiful.
Me watching
dolphins.
Well, I have a thing in my mouth.
In your mouth,
because I bit my lips. This is what the 100 episodes we
did. This is 100 episodes, baby. We're crossing off.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you auditioning, right? Okay, so Greg, in this film, he is just the worst.
Yeah, he's a wimpy kid, He's a loser.
But he's not like, it would be nice if he was a wimpy kid. He's actually a huge asshole.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy. There's literally zero redeeming qualities for him.
What made you like come to this realization? Like is there like a specific moment?
His friend is like the nicest kid ever, and he's so mean to his friend the entire time.
Yeah.
Until the last 3 minutes of the movie.
What's his friend's name? It's like Roderick's his brother.
Rowley, is that it?
Rowley. Wait, let me.
Something like that.
Because I agree. I think he was my favorite part of the movie, and Rowley. It's Rowley.
Yeah.
He was my favorite part of the movie and the book. Back when I read the books.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, that's like part of the message is that Rowley's like just being himself. And that's getting him like popularity and stuff just by being him. Where Greg is really trying hard to be something he's not. Although here's the thing, he's actually successfully being who he is because he's a huge asshole. He's just the worst kid in the whole school.
Yeah. No, like, Greg gets everything he deserves, you know? Like, I don't think he... I don't feel bad for him once in the movie.
You know who I feel bad for is the kid that Rowley was best friends with after Greg. That kid seemed super nice.
Yeah.
And did nothing wrong, and then Rowley just, like, dropped him for Greg at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they even had best friend shirts.
Right.
Where Greg never would have worn that.
No. That is
Greg
so
thinks
true.
He's cool.
Yeah. Greg is
Rowley
just an asshole.
should still be friends with the other kid.
Greg is definitely just, like, using Rowley and everyone else around him for his own benefits.
And the only reason he wanted Rowley back as a friend is because Rowley was cooler than him, and also then no one else would be his friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think if he found some other kid that was, like, friends that he thought was cool, he never would have tried to get Rowley back as a friend. He just did it because he had no friends at that point.
Right. I will say, like, reading. Did you ever read the books, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books?
No, I think I was a little too old.
Okay, cool.
Now, okay, I'm going to preface everything I've said so far as I was 18 when this movie came out. So this is not a part of my childhood.
No.
And also, I had never seen it until yesterday when I watched it.
Okay, cool. That's the thing. I also have never seen it. This was my first time watching it. I didn't get the part, and then I was just kind of in... whatever. But I was really into the books. I read all 4 of them. I don't know if they kept making books, but I did not. I didn't pay attention after a certain point. But I really liked the books. And I think
I could see how you could, in your head, make Greg out to be less of, like, an awful character. Like the way I'd imagine it's written in a way where has some redeeming qualities. But in this film, he is 0.
The thing about Greg in the book is he's just, like, kind of a piece of paper. Like, he's just I was going to say wet blanket, which is just referencing Fantastic Mr. Fox, where like, things just, like, happen to him. It's like he doesn't put himself into any situation. He just kind of, like, seems like he gets himself in a lot of bad luck. Whereas in this movie, Greg is, like, a kid who just seems
He's a go-getter in this movie. He like makes things happen, but they're all just bad things.
Right. Which is why when they announced this was going to be a movie way back, even as a kid, I was like, how are they going to make that work? Because I think most of the appeal of Diary of a Wimpy Kid is the fact that one, the cartoons and the illustrations, which I'm assuming this movie wasn't going to be that, which it's not. It's live action. And I'm like, the appeal of just watching this wimpy kid get himself in these situations doesn't read through in a movie where the kid is just an asshole.
I think it's harder in films to have a passive protagonist.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they made him not passive, but in a way that makes him totally unlikable.
Right.
Like, I did not want him to come through in the end.
No. I mean, none of the characters here are likable. Dude, it is kind of like a reverse thing. I did say that I liked Rowley a lot in the book, but I definitely like him more in the movie. Whereas, you know, I thought I was indifferent towards him, I think, when I read the book, to be honest. And here it's like, he's really the only likable character in this entire thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They make all of the kids not nice.
No. Especially Roderick. I mean,
Roderick is, like, the worst.
Yeah.
Like, Greg is pretty much just, like, miniature Roderick. He's going to become Roderick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But less cool, because he's not going to have a band called Loaded Diaper or whatever.
Yep. Loaded Diaper.
Yeah. Okay, the thing is that I disagree with making films about school where all of the characters, like, that are supposed to be coming of age films, right? It's not like a horror film or something. It's like, it's supposed to be a semi-realistic depiction of what life is like at school.
Right.
But they make, the way that they produce characters and do character development is that most characters are bad and you have to overcome them. Because that's what this film is doing, where it's like, he has to overcome all of these, the bigger kids are all, like, mean and are trying to tackle him. Yeah. You know, but, like, that's not a realistic depiction of how kids are, even.
Right.
So, like, okay, so a film I think actually does, like, really well in terms of making all of the characters somewhat feel realistic while still doing like a nice coming of age thing is Booksmart.
Yeah.
Because there's no bad characters in Booksmart. They're all just kids.
No, they're kids. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like Booksmart feels more like Booksmart. You feel like you're one of the kids in a way. Like you're definitely like you understand the likability of everyone in the movie. Whereas Die of a Wimpy Kid, I totally feel. I think even if I watched this in high school or whenever it came out, it's like I feel so detached from all of it because it's so stupid. I mean, it's like
it's just
loaded
so
diaper
unrealistic.
and all of it is like so and again, it's like maybe this is just because I'm a 23-year-old watching this movie. But
I still think it's just the way they like feed you exposition and like they're like this character is bad, this character is good.
Yeah.
Where in something like Booksmart, you know, like even if the character that's like the protagonist, like their interaction isn't what they want to get out of it with someone else, that doesn't the filmmakers aren't like, well, this other person's bad then.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't get like this film. I don't think I'm glad that I wasn't the correct age to see it because this film sucks.
The thing is, I'm still trying to, because I'll say what I said at the beginning. Like I love the books and I didn't like the movie. And I realized when I read the synopsis that this is one of the few movies that is entirely about like middle school. Like you get so many like high school movies like Booksmart and like Superbad or whatever. But this is like a middle school movie. So of course you're going to get like the immaturity and stuff. But I also think like the book was so fun because it left a lot open to the viewer or the reader, I guess, because it's a book and it works that way where it's like it's kind of blank and open-ended in a few parts. Like the cheese scene, for example, that was like a traumatizing scene to read as a kid because I was like, oh, the cheese, and it was. Yeah. But here it's like because I think they color in the lines and try to do more with it than it actually is, it just comes off cheesy. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why.
No, I understand
what
you're trying to say.
I will say, like, the final cheese scene is one of the better ones in the movie, but at the same time, it's just...
Yeah. I can see why, if this came out when you were, you know, around that age or, like, a little bit younger. Mm-hmm. I think this would become kind of, like, one of your, you know, films that you cherish because the age you saw it, not because of the quality of the film.
Totally. Yeah. This is such a nostalgic thing for a lot of people.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Which is
it's not a good film. It's just a nostalgic film. I mean, like for me, Space Jam, I think Space Jam's a better pure film than this.
Yeah.
But also I saw it in theaters when I was like, you know, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And I just like, it was like and I watched it all the time when I was really young. So it's just like a nostalgic. So I think it's better than it actually is.
Right. This is Gen Z's Space Jam, is what you're saying. This is,
I don't know. Yeah. That's my Letterboxd review. Right.
It's weird that, like, and I guess they made the book, so obviously they're going to make the movie, and it was a huge success. Like, this thing made bank. Mm-hmm. But there are, like, I think 3 more Die of a Wimpy Kid movies out there. And at one point they replaced Roderick with a different actor, and that was... I don't know if you've ever looked into that, but I knew about that without seeing the movie. But the different Roderick they replaced him with looks nothing like this guy. I guess they replaced everybody now that I'm looking at the poster. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. It just seems like I expected more from this considering, and this seems really silly to say, but people hyped this one up a lot, and I was like, this is what we waited for?
I totally get why people like this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, nostalgia is like a very powerful thing, and I think that I would also like this movie if I was like 10 years younger.
Right. Definitely.
So I get it, right? I don't want to sound like I think this is the worst film ever.
No.
I think that this is a totally like reasonable film to get attached to if you were a certain age when it came out.
Yeah. But we missed
it's not
that.
so bad where if you love the story, like if you love the story, the film is good enough to represent that and be something, to you. I don't think it's like on a technical level, it's not a bad film. It's
no.
just a totally passable kids film.
Mm-hmm. I think they shot it on film, by the way.
That's what I was right when it started. I'm like, oh, they went for it. I mean, that was in that mid era where it wasn't like as easy to shoot in digital. It was like,
right.
Because that would have been like right after the Alexa came out.
Yeah. But still, I was just like, wow, I can't believe Diary of a Wimpy Kid was shot on film.
Yeah.
But anyways, do you have anything else to say about it? Or should we really just move into
I think
tier list?
you know what I think we could do? We can extend this one more episode.
Okay.
And you can disagree with this, but I think that because so many people requested this, I want to open up for next week. We can have people ask us questions or
about
comments about our thoughts on, we can actually directly.
We could get more into it.
Yeah. I mean, not for too long, but just like we'll answer a few more questions if people want to throw them at us. If they think we're very wrong about this and why.
Right. I want to see an argument defending this film.
Yeah.
Very badly. There is a great video, but I don't think it's about the movie. I think it is mostly about the book. But it's a great video by... You know what? I can't find it. But it talks very in-depth about Diary of a Wimpy Kid and why it's so... It's from Solar Sands. And it's like, if anyone's interested out there, wants to watch a Diary of a Wimpy Kid video. But that's that. I'm going to give it the same thing you gave it. I'm going to say 2 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like that seems like the most appropriate.
That's I almost gave it 2.5 because like I get the appeal of where it kind of just feels like it did an okay job of like the feeling of middle school and like. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I could not relate to this film in any way.
No. Time of day rating. I'm feeling a strong 2 p.m.
I was gonna say like 2 or I was gonna say 4, so it's same idea.
Just kind of like middle of the afternoon.
Just get it out of the way so you can do something else at night.
Something to do. Yeah. Cool. Well, that was the movie for today. That's Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We can get into the tier list now.
I think we just lost like 2,000 listeners.
For sure. We lost the entire fan base, I think. They waited and asked for that for so long, and we just shat on it for.
we should like just go and do the whole thing again, but like give it like 4.5 stars.
Change all our arguments. Yeah.
They're like, actually, you know what? This is a masterpiece.
This is a very authentic look at youth and
beautifully shot on film.
Cool. Well, what was I gonna say? Oh, do I want to toss the host privileges over to you, and you want to open up that?
I think
tier
you
list?
might.
All right, I'm gonna do that. Make sure it doesn't mess up any recordings.
Usually we do this for the Patreon, and it usually works.
Yeah, it usually works. I was just making sure it didn't mess up my Logic recording because that happened that one time.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna preface that this is better for the video than the audio, but we're still going to talk as we do it. I will say this part will be enhanced by video. So we're getting into the big time full first 100 episode Karstcast tier list.
We'll call it season 1 movies. Season 1.
So I have all of them that I could. These are all the ones we talked about, like as the main episode, or a couple that were like we just talked kind of in depth during an episode that I could remember at least.
Right. This isn't as much as I thought. We can definitely. This will be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right.
It's probably. I didn't actually count.
Did you go through
some
like
episodes,
Apple Podcasts?
I went through every episode.
Okay.
I didn't listen to all the podcasts, but I went through all the titles and then a few other ones I remembered.
Good move.
So.
All right.
Yeah, it should be pretty close to full. We might be missing a few, but not very many.
Yeah. We'll start with Vice. We might.
Yeah. Well, I did them in order. They should be in order chronologically.
Cool.
So
we have to come to an agreement.
I can do copy this,
and then you paste it in,
and then I paste it there, and now we can.
And then,
now we decide.
Oh, nice. All right,
I already sized them and everything.
Vice, nice job on this, Jeff. This must have taken a lot of work to set up.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was like maybe hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, where are you feeling
Vice.
for
This
Vice?
was the first episode. I did not watch it when we did the first episode. I watched it when we did the 1 year like anniversary episode.
But
this
is
didn't watch the
technically
film, which was Waves for that episode.
which we'll get to this year. Whenever that, I think we're coming up on that anniversary. By the way,
we are. I think it's early March.
Okay, that came up fast. Anyways, Vice. I'm feeling B tier, but I can honestly.
That's what I was feeling.
I think it's just a very solid B tier flick.
Boom.
Let's
do it.
Let's move past that. Green Book. You watched Green Book, right?
I did not watch Green Book. You did this episode without me.
I'm gonna do that one at a D. To be honest, I'm gonna say that's a solid D tier film. It's just, The Favorite. I also think you didn't watch this one, right?
Did not watch this one either.
You did not watch this one.
We talked about it.
These are the early Karstcast days where Jeff didn't watch a lot of the movies we talked about. The Favorite, I'm gonna put in A tier. It's a pretty great. That's our first A tier. Not an S tier.
I can't disagree because I haven't seen it.
No, but that's a really great movie. Free Solo. You had to watch this one, right?
Oh yeah, no,
okay,
I like this. I did like this. This is
Free Solo was a great film.
Dude, this is like a very adrenaline pumping documentary.
Yeah. I have a question, Jeff, before we get any further. So when we, for example, if the B tier stocks up or it fills up, does it make a next row or?
It does not. It does not do that.
All right.
You know, I'm gonna have to like try to stack them as close as possible.
All right, cool.
I wonder if I stick them. Nope. They're layered. Whatever. People will see us put them in the tier.
We have a pretty like balanced list, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Luckily, we watched a lot of bad movies.
Yeah. So the F tier would be.
We had that in mind.
Yep. So Free Solo. What are you feeling for this one?
I was thinking B, but I can see arguments for like anything A through C.
Yeah. I feel B too. It's just like right in the center there at B.
Yep. Boom.
Cool.
I mean it's good.
Yeah, but it's a good movie.
It's a little bit. I don't know. It's just like not the look into his life is like once you get the idea of who he is, everything's kind of expected.
Right.
Like
it's a one and done. I haven't thought about it since until now.
Yeah.
Dude, Unicorn Store. That's a pretty. That is either E or F for me. Yeah, I thought that was a
I really disliked
dumb movie. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I agree. Either one of these. I'll let you be the tiebreaker.
Let's go E for now, because I know we're gonna have a lot worse down the line, but we will see.
It's just not good.
It's just not that good.
Now, speaking of not good, that does not apply to this next film. I got
great transition. This one's
this is Shoplifters.
By Koreeda. It's a very good movie. I'd throw it in.
I mean, obviously we're looking in this area.
Yeah.
I think A is where I'm going.
I feel good with A for sure. Cool. That was a good one. I like that episode.
Yep. That was our first episode with Cookie.
Cookie, yeah. In Paris. Well, I was in Paris. You were not in Paris.
I was not.
Under the Silver Lake. This was our episode with YMS, Adam. And I don't know where I'd put this.
The thing is that...
I forget how you felt about this movie.
Well, the problem is that I was so intimidated by how knowledgeable Adam was that it hurt my brain how he talked about this film.
He knows how to argue
like
really well.
5 levels of intelligence. So I pretty much was like, yeah, you know what? That sounds good.
That's probably, yeah.
But overall, I don't know. I didn't love it. it was like a little bit jumbled to me.
It's a pretty messy movie for sure,
Like,
which I know is the point.
Yeah. I kind of feel C.
C, I was feeling C as well. I'm like dead in the center.
It's like one thing that, I don't know, makes this either good or bad co-host is that we agree on about 80% of movies.
Yeah. So, but that makes this tier list pretty easy because we're both.
Yeah.
All right.
And we have a lot to get through.
We have
Howard the Duck.
This may be our first.
We did this 24 frames of Nick.
With 24 frames of Nick. This might be our first F. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually disagree. I think that it's that the Howard costume was really interesting to watch. It's a very creepy movie. I think that it's unsettling.
It has something to it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an E.
That I feel good with that. Honestly,
I love how I was like saying positive things. I'm like, I think it's second worst.
I do agree though. It has enough redeeming qualities to move it out of F.
Yeah. I have some that I know are gonna.
We're coming up on a very clear F1, but we'll wait it out. All right, this next one, Detective Pikachu. Did you see this one?
I did not.
Okay.
I even had the option to watch it on like my plane to Vietnam. I had a lot of hours, still didn't watch it. This
is solid D. I cannot. It is D? No better, no worse. It is the most D for Detective Pikachu. You know what I mean?
It even starts with a D. It's incredibly D.
It's a very D movie. All right.
Okay, now we got Meatballs.
I think this was like our first like Karstcast movie where it's like this movie
like
no one's really talked about.
No one's talked about for 20 years.
But it's like perfect to talk about on a podcast.
No,
I don't even remember what I thought. I remember liking it.
Like the relationship between Bill Murray and the kid, like in modern days, feels real creepy.
Yeah.
Like that kid spent a lot of time alone with him in his cabin.
Yeah. So,
but it's kind of endearing.
Right.
Like it's also fun to watch. It's just like a fun like late, early 80s, late 70s like camp.
Bill Murray gives
movie.
a good performance and stuff.
Yeah, Bill Murray's like super likable. I kind of feel like a C.
I was gonna say it's dead center for me. Like this is one of the just right down the middle movies.
Mm-hmm. Like we liked it more than we thought we would.
Way more than I thought it would. Yeah, I remember having fun with it.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because we're rating it higher than like an Oscar winner.
Yeah, but that Oscar winner is not a good Oscar winner. Booksmart, which we just talked about today. I think we both liked it. I think it's it's a very fun coming of age high school movie. It's pretty funny.
And again, I thought it was a very clear choice to make all of the kids have redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
Where no one's just mean for like the sake of being the mean like high school character.
Yeah, exactly. How do we feel about? It's between A and B for me.
That's where I am.
But I don't really know. The thing is, I know there are a lot better movies coming.
That's the thing.
So I feel more comfortable with B
because this is like partially how we feel about the movie, but also partially like
in
rating
the context
against each other.
Of exactly.
Yeah, so I was thinking
B for
probably,
sure.
but like second choice is A.
Yeah,
it's definitely like an A B more than a B C.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Okay, Kangaroo Jack.
Here it is.
Kangaroo Jack.
This one.
This
is a solid.
The only issue I have with giving it an F is that I think I liked it more than Unicorn Store.
Dude, I was going to say, after putting Howard the Duck in E, I'm like, maybe Unicorn Store is an F. Maybe that is... It's such a bad movie.
It's just so bad.
It's really boring and dumb. Wait. So I thought we were going to say Unicorn Store and Kangaroo Jack in F. But you're saying Kangaroo Jack better than Unicorn Store in E.
Okay, so Howard the Duck, we're fine with E.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck sucks, though. What if we put Howard the Duck at F and put Kangaroo Jack at E? But if someone said you have to watch one of these three movies right now, I'd pick Kangaroo Jack. Because at least the kangaroo is kind of funny.
That's true.
You know what? I have another thought. What if we put them all in F?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they're all
maybe
bad.
They're all F movies.
Yeah, they all are.
We just
like,
had a
the
really
thought of trying
bad
to watch any
streak.
of these
Yeah.
right now, it sounds very bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now we got to do a film that will not be an F.
Nope. Grease. Grease is also personally for me C or D. This is a lot like Die of a Wimpy Kid, where it's like I can see the appeal. I can see why a lot of people have heavy attachments to this movie, but the fact that I never grew up on it, I'm just like I didn't really care about what was happening in this movie. But
yeah, I kind of feel D.
All right, cool. We're going D for Grease.
Yeah.
Next
All
up,
right, what do we got?
We
next?
got
Toy Story 4.
I think I was back from Paris by then.
Yeah, I think it's the worst Toy Story. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I haven't seen... No, Toy Story 3 kind of was kind of touching. Yeah. I'm going to say it.
This is one of the movies I think we disagreed on, where I really liked this movie, but a lot of my friends did not. Like, I know Jaxie didn't really like it. I know you're not crazy about it.
I think I saw it in theaters with Jaxie.
Yeah, you guys saw it together, and that's the thing. You guys both texted me and were like, "That was okay." And I was
just felt unnecessary.
Yeah.
I felt like 3 was the correct end.
Do we want to just go see to have a healthy?
I was probably gonna go see regardless.
All right.
But it was definitely not B for me.
For sure, I can be okay with that. There's a lot of other movies to come.
Now, another film I have not seen.
Midsommar. I would go A for this one. It's a really good one.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I have to trust you.
I really like Midsommar. The Last Boy Scout.
Last Boy Scout. You must have a big monitor, because on my laptop, I cannot read all these.
I can't read them. I just recognize the poster.
Okay, then you're just smart.
Yeah, this one, again, pretty down the middle for me, because it's stupid.
You liked it.
It's not good, but it was fun. It's so stupid that it's kind of funny. But I will recognize it as not a good movie, to be honest.
Yeah, I honestly was kind of thinking E, but it sounds like you thought higher than
I think we should bump it up to D. I think it's
I'm
slightly...
fine, 'cause I feel like you kind of almost want to put it here.
I did. Well, but the more I think about it, I'm like, this is, in the context of everything we've watched, this is D, for sure.
We can compromise and go D.
Yep. Nice. All right. Row 1, done.
Okay, I think I know where you want to put this.
Yeah, this one's probably an S for me. I understand if you disagree, but I'm like, this is... I made a whole video about it.
Yeah, about how much you love it.
Yeah.
I want to say that I don't disagree enough to not put it in S.
Awesome. I'll take it for sure.
I'm on the border.
Yeah.
No, it's a great movie.
Bubble Boy.
Okay, here we go.
This was, I think our biggest takeaway when we watched this was that it was way better than we expected. We both had way more fun. This was such a running gag in the podcast for so long. And when we finally watched it, we were both like, that was solid.
Yeah.
But I don't know where to put it, to be honest.
I have a thought.
Okay.
You see how there's 2 B's? It's B and then B?
Yep. Are we going B?
I was thinking we could just add a third B.
Yeah. So it's B Bubble Boy.
Looks good to me.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Bubble Boy at B.
All right, next we got Duck Soup, which you didn't watch. It was the one movie you didn't watch.
That's the movie I didn't, and it was one of the
you're like I skimmed it.
It's one of the shortest movies we've had to watch for this thing.
Yeah.
And I watched 10 minutes and was like, I need to get ready for this park episode.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you decide on Duck Soup.
Okay, the thing is that Duck Soup is actually awesome.
Yeah, I've heard great things about Duck Soup.
So I'm going to go B.
Awesome. I was expecting higher, but that's...
I almost went A, but the thing is, you have to kind of take into account that we're rating films on like I think how good they are today, not like when it came out. Because obviously when it came out, it was like one of the 100 greatest films of all time.
Right.
That's because it came out in like 1938.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. All right.
And just some of the scenes like go on too long.
Okay.
I promise I'm clicking this.
Wild Hogs.
I just remembered, the time when I yelled to John Travolta that I loved him in Wild Hogs. Now
this is not a good movie.
To me, this feels like exactly one step higher than all of these.
That's what I was gonna say. This is one of our biggest E tier films.
Yep.
Like,
because it really could be work. It is. I would definitely pick to watch this over these three.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's like almost a fun road movie, except for that it sucks.
Right. The Farewell. I think we both...
I'm amazed, though, if you can't read these, how well you memorize all of the posters.
I'm just very good. I think I'm just great with posters.
You're like a poster savant. Farewell, very good movie.
Yeah, this is either A or...
this is where I was thinking.
Yeah, let's stick it in A. I feel comfortable with that.
Now we could always change it later at the end if we feel like it. We'll do like one final look at it at the end and decide if we want to move it.
Good idea. Space Jam. This is... I'm going to let you take the wheel here because this is kind of like your... I know you like this. Jam. Yeah.
I think B is where I want to put it.
Really? You don't want to move it up to A?
Again, I have to know that I have some bias towards this film.
Okay, that's fair.
I think I would put it in A for me, but I don't think I would put it on someone else's list.
Okay.
Above it,
In that case, do we want to bump Synecdoche, New York to A instead of S?
No. The thing is that's genuinely a really, really good movie.
Okay.
I don't think that you have too much bias. I think that you might like it more than some other people, but I think that the actual film itself is at that level.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. I'm gonna take this bandage thing out of my mouth real quick.
Oh no. Hopefully it's not.
I'm not doing that.
No,
it's
painful.
like stuck in there.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Next we got Speed Racer.
I promise I'm clicking it. It's just lagging.
I'm gonna try and dude. The fact that I was able to get Speed Racer before you opened it.
Wait, from the little thing?
Yeah, from the little tiny. Yeah,
that's amazing. Honestly, that would have been that should be like a quiz. Like
try and get the poster at the smallest scale possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Speed Racer, we both kind of loved. I'm not gonna.
We did love.
We
this
both
movie.
loved Speed Racer.
It's so fun.
It's a very fun movie.
Now, this is one of the first ones where I think that we both want to put it way higher than it is regarded.
That's true.
By the general public.
But I think we're still going to put it pretty high. I mean...
No, I'm saying like the general public I think was pretty like medium on this movie.
Yeah.
And I think both of us are going to put it pretty high.
Yep. So...
Like, would you go so far as to put it A?
Oh, definitely. I thought A was an
let's
easy choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to pitch S, and I'd have to think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, that one I felt like very strong A.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Brigsby Bear.
I lost you're on it. I'm the one with the computer, and you're still like before me. Okay, we did not like this.
We did. This is also, in my opinion, like slightly better than F, which feels so mean, but E is a little low.
For me, D or E. I kind of felt like it has to go D. I don't think it's as bad as Wild Hogs.
It's not as bad as Wild Hogs, for sure.
But so we're saying it's not as bad as Wild Hogs. It's just as good as Last Boy Scout. Wait,
awesome.
What? Okay, this centering on this is like
I was like,
sketch.
That's so
I was like,
irritating.
There we go.
That's fine, yeah. All right.
Flintstones.
I forget what we thought about Flintstones.
It sucks. It's terrible. It's like just awful. I think it has to go here.
F for Flintstone. Cool.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, to be honest.
Yeah. It's just
Let's see where we're at
Just
now.
so bad.
I did not like Starsky and Hutch.
You know what? I disagree.
Nope. All right. I didn't hate it. It's definitely not F or E. It's kind of D or C for me.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's. I thought you hated it.
No, definitely not. I just thought that it was like such a, definitely like one of our most forgettable movies from the podcast.
Yeah, but it's like I could easily see throwing this on.
Totally, I could see myself watching it again.
Because it's just very watchable, and it's like, Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller.
Yeah. So how about?
I kind of even want to put it C, even though I think it's probably more of a D.
No, I can get down with C. C's fair.
Again, I think this one we probably are overshooting where most people would.
Yeah. But next we have Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
I love how Dougal's in this list.
Yeah, so Rocket Man, I don't think we talked about for like a full episode, but we had like one episode where we talked about it.
Yeah, we mentioned it. And that's like such a B movie to me. I feel like it's just a good movie. Yeah. It's nothing better than movie. That.
It's fun. Lots of Elton John songs.
Right. How can you can't really lose with it.
But at the same time, it's not like this hard hitting, like gritty part. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Garfield.
So this is another Cookie episode.
Yep. I don't think Cookie watched the movie, but we talked about it. And I don't think we liked this one that much.
No, we hated it.
I'm noticing a theme with these F tiers. It's just a lot of animal-related movies that.
I want to go here. I think you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely okay with Garfield at F. Ishtar. Now this I know where you're gonna put it, and I am totally okay with that. I think it is fully deserving because it's not just you. In a similar way that you were talking about Synecdoche, like I think a lot of people can say Ishtar is a great comedy.
Yeah, the thing is, I think genuinely it's probably an A for like the populace, but no one. It has such a bad rap, but I mean, I think it's in our S tier for sure. We talk about it enough, and by we I mean me.
Yeah, it deserves that.
I think someone's got to give it recognition.
Exactly.
If not us, then who?
We're the only podcast to put this in an S tier.
We're the only top 100 in the U.S. film podcast talking about Ishtar weekly.
On a weekly basis.
I should try to get Elaine May to be on our podcast.
Dude, I was going to say that. Like, that'd be a stretch.
I'd feel bad because Elaine May is like 100 years old and has better things to do. Ad Astra. I saw this
in Latvia?
No. I saw a poster for it in Latvia. I saw it, I think, right before I left. I saw it where did I see it? Oh, I saw it in like the Logan Square Theater.
Oh, that's right.
And someone vaped in front of me. So this is like my most popular Letterboxd review.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like literally, it was like he was on the spaceship. And there's just a puff of smoke that shoots out in front of me. I'm like, what?
That's so funny. So
I like it though.
Yeah, I think it's a B for sure. It's like the exact same quality as like Rocket Man, where I'm like, it is what it is. I really like what it does, but nothing too special. All right, Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Love Whiplash. I think it's one of those examples of like you can't really get more perfect in my opinion.
Right.
But that's just me. I think it's like
totally
so
fine
perfect. Cool.
I agree. It is one of the films where I'm like, there was a vision for this film.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, Fantastic Mr. Fox in that way, where the vision was executed perfectly and you could tell it's exactly as intended.
Yeah.
Like every scene.
Totally. It's so tight. Like you can't. Yep. Yeah. Pop star. This is I
think we're on the same page actually.
Yeah. A? Right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That's what I thought.
Because personally, I put it in S because it's like one of my favorite comedies. But I'm like, I'll fully recognize that this isn't an S tier movie.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean,
a very
which I did not
funny
do with Ishtar.
No, but well, Ishtar though is like that's something more than Popstar. All right, this was the Last Black Man in San Francisco, Elsie Fisher episode. I would go A or B. A. Yeah, A probably. Yeah. That's a really good movie.
It's also just like interesting in a way that something like Bubble Boy is not.
Yeah.
There's like a social commentary that is put forward in a way where it doesn't. I don't know. It's a film that is a social commentary without it taking anything away from
the film.
The film.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't feel like you're being. It doesn't feel like it's a documentary that's like, I don't know how. I feel like I'm putting this in a weird way.
No,
it's a great movie.
It's like very similar to Whiplash, where it had a very clear vision that was perfectly executed. Marriage Story. You haven't seen this one. This was the.
No, I have.
You have? Wait, did you? Because you weren't there for this episode, but because this was the Litterbox Lucy episode. Where it was just me and
I just realized.
Lucy.
No, because there was also the Spy Kids 3D.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
The second Lucy.
You were on
right?
one of the Lucy episodes, but
yeah, which I just realized I don't have Spy Kids 3D on this list.
Oh shit! Gotta add that. Oh, you can do it directly in the. That's nice.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes of how I did this.
How we did this Spy Kids 3D poster. There it is.
Then I had to go and resize all of them to be tiny.
Genius.
And then boom.
All right.
Anyways, back to Marriage Story.
So you have seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay.
Definitely one of these two.
I'm going to A for sure.
Okay,
that's
where I was leaning to. I wanted to give you an out.
Yep. Let's see. The Lighthouse. Did we talk about this?
We did on an episode. It wasn't the full episode.
Okay. Because I was like, I don't even... And you saw it?
I have seen it, yeah.
Okay.
I love you're surprised by that.
No,
to be fair, 100% reasonable.
No, I don't remember our episode where we mentioned it, but maybe I'm just wrong.
It was in the title of one of the episodes. That's why I put it on here. So I'm like, we must have talked about it a bit.
Gotcha.
I think
I'd go A. Yeah, I really like this one too.
Yeah.
I'm realizing A is just mostly A24 movies now that I look at it.
That's why it's called A24.
That's why it's A. Yep.
Because there's going to be 24 of them in this tier list.
Their movies in there. All right, here we go. MVP.
So I think we're thinking A.
Yeah, that's for sure an S tier.
I think E.
Yeah, because it does get worse. MVP is at least like a funny ass concept.
Yeah, exactly. It's more enjoyable than these.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Osmosis Jones.
That's an E or a D for me.
That's an E for me.
Yeah, that's. I didn't want to be mean. I didn't remember.
I don't like it.
It's dumb. Her.
No, the way I said it made it sound like I liked it.
No.
I was like, Osmosis Jones, baby.
E tier. I think we both are in agreement with her. I think we both really like that. Yeah. Yeah. Right? S tier? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Very good movie.
Open season. Yeah, dude, I was in like this weird art studio in Athens when we recorded this.
Yep, I remember
with,
that
hanging
one.
Balls like from the ceiling. It was really odd.
That was one of the weirdest episodes.
Yeah.
Open Season's not a good movie. It's just not. That is like a.
Yeah.
It gets worse for sure. So I would probably go E personally, but.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like for me, it's closer to a D than an F, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
The Pacifier.
The Pacifier. I watched this in the airport in Athens.
Oh, then, yeah, I remember that.
It was when I had an 8-hour layover overnight.
I tell people about that often when I just talk about like our podcast. I'm like, yeah, one time me and Jeff recorded while he was in an airport, and he watched the movie in the airport, and then he still had like 4 hours left or something.
Yeah, dude, that was a terrible idea. But my flight was very cheap to Morocco.
Worth it. You got to go to Morocco.
Yeah.
Pacifier.
I think honestly, it's a little better than E. I actually could see it being D.
Yeah, I didn't finish it, but I trust you. I'd go D.
It's more like
not a terrible movie.
It's bad, but it's not terrible. But it's like the performance of what's his face,
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Vinny D. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of endearing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty bad though.
Yeah, I feel
bad about putting it D tier. I feel like I should put it E tier.
Nah, we can leave it there for now. Maybe make adjustments.
Okay, yeah.
Later.
Dougal. Okay, so here's the thing.
We didn't. This is the 6
I only
minute
saw
clip.
4 minutes of it.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And it is genuinely, I will say it for you, like one of the worst animated movies ever made.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it F, but I know that's
it's
insensitive.
A little harsh because we only watched it for 4 minutes.
Yeah. But there it is.
Yeah.
Bottle Rocket.
Bottle Rocket. This is when we thought we were gonna do a full Wes Anderson run, and then we just did Bottle Rocket.
That's right. We thought we were gonna do that. Yeah, I'd put Bottle Rocket at C. It's a very second.
I kind of feel
B. B. I'll get down with that. Yeah, it's a good movie.
I think that obviously he's still like finding his aesthetics, but also at the same time the budget was tiny.
Yeah, totally. For what? It's a very inspirational thing to watch.
It is, because like it's watching someone that you admire doing their thing, you know, without any resources. I mean, some resources, but it's like
very
resources that aren't like out of the question for just some other, you know, for you. If you just get like some kind of budget, you could kind of
totally
make something like the way it's shot, and which I think it's shot with one lens.
Really?
Yeah, that could be false, but I think I remember that being a fact. But yeah, it's just something that's like inspirational in that it's something that feels like you could make.
Yeah, I feel that. Jojo Rabbit. That's also probably B for me.
That's B.
I really like
our
it.
B's getting loaded up.
B is getting loaded up, and we're about halfway through, I think.
Yeah.
Not even. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see where we go. Worst comes to worst, we'll just really bunch them in there.
Yeah. I'll just start overlapping them.
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
So yeah, another B.
Another.
No, it's not.
This is E. I think this is such an E. As well as.
And I think the Pacifier I have to throw down because it feels about like the same.
Yeah, it's the same in quality. Pacifier is a little bit more memorable than I'll Be Home for Christmas, but
I just kind of like Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a fun little.
He's
asshole.
charming. He's a twerp.
Yeah. Now, Unaccompanied Minors.
I would say like one step ahead, like D, maybe.
Yeah, I think that I can see an argument for it being a D. It's
what were you thinking?
It's like a fun movie, and and like the song is fun.
Yeah,
it used to be like on the commercials. My brother like memorized that song.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now we're back to like a normal movie.
Here's the thing. My love for Uncut Gems has just gotten stronger since I saw it.
Really?
Like I remember I thought it was just fine when I first saw it, and then I loved it the next time I saw it, and then when we talked about it on the podcast, I think I really liked it. Now I just like.
So you want to go A?
Yeah, I was. I'll go A for now. I'll settle for A.
Yeah,
I do really.
I think
like
that's
that movie.
where I feel like firm A.
Yeah. It's just so
fun
so far,
to
talk about.
Just if you look at this, it's shaping up nicely.
Oh yeah, see, we have a pretty evenly distributed pod.
Yeah, but like with a slight variation to like, or a slight variance towards good.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of good,
Little Women.
This dude, I actually love this movie.
Yeah, Little Women. I realize it's like just such a good movie.
Yeah, I want to go here.
Yeah, I feel comfortable at S. That is a fantastic movie. So easy to put on.
Mm-hmm. Where? Oh, here we are.
There.
Okay.
There it is.
Well, I'm just
This will be the
gonna
easiest.
paste it down here.
Paste it down there. Don't have to move it too far. And
Yeah,
that
there we
is
go.
Kazam.
That's
For the
we don't
listeners
need
at
to talk
home,
anymore
we
about
don't-
that.
I just
Do
realized
not watch it. Do not watch it.
the audio for this is gonna be so funny.
Yeah. Again, we did advise. The thing is, you're doing a really good job of saying the title.
Yeah, gotta remember
every
to say the
time.
title. Punch
Yeah.
Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love.
That's gonna go A for me, probably.
I'm fine. I think of it as more of a B.
You know what?
I'm not as high on this movie as everyone else.
I honestly,
But I can go here if you.
my
if you're
love
feeling
for it goes a little bit down every single time I watch it or think about it. I'm like, it kind of just loses its flavor for me, but I still think it's a pretty. I'm comfortable either way, to be honest. Whatever you're feeling. It would look
You've seen it more times than me, so you take the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna upset some people, but I'm gonna say B. I think I realized actually on the episode we did it. That was one of my least favorite episodes we did because I could not argue for that movie at all. I was like, I don't know why I like this, and that's okay, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm forgetting why I loved this, and that's
I know.
yeah.
I was harsh on that movie.
No,
'Cause
it's-
I was excited for it because everyone's like, this movie is amazing, and I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
it's good, but it's
right. Yeah, I just realized it would have been funny to have two Adam Sandlers looking at each other in the posters, but
too bad.
Boogie Nights.
Also, you know what's crazy when we're going through this? Like when I was posting all these, I realized that I have like more memories of like this range of our podcasting than I do of like
the
ones
recent
that were
ones.
more recent. Just
I
because
know.
like it all kind of with quarantine and stuff, it all blended together.
Yeah,
Where all these were such like specific moments, like where I was like traveling and
I was gonna say that like you probably remember exactly what country you were in when you watched a
Yeah.
lot of these, whereas now it's like you same spot every time.
yeah, I was in Chiang Mai, Thailand for the Flintstones.
Wow.
Wasted a couple hours of my time in Chiang Mai watching the Flintstones.
So sorry, man. Boogie Nights is a good movie in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Boogie Nights. I'm cool with like A or B, but
Yeah,
you're not as
I
crazy
can do
about
either
it.
again.
Can we
You want to go B?
Can we go A? To be honest, I think it's pretty
I'm fine
solid.
with that. It's good.
Yeah. B's really filling up. But we're gonna be okay. We got space.
Bling Ring. Well, this is not going A or
Well,
B,
this-
so that helps.
This is a solid disagreement between the two of us. I would go,
Yeah, okay. There's a huge Bling Ring like community of people on Letterboxd who love this movie.
which for the record, I'm not as dedicated as I think the Bling Ring fan base, because there are some people that
Yeah.
will defend this
Dude,
thing
they're
to
they're
death.
like their own ring.
Yeah,
It's the Bling Ring ring.
it's the Bling Ring ring. I would comfortably put
Like,
this.
who's there? The Bling Ring ring.
I'd put this at C. I feel like
I'm fine with
you'd
that.
be okay with that. It's the highest
Yeah,
you'd go.
yeah.
And the
Yes,
lowest.
it is the highest
It's the
I would
highest
go.
you would go, and the lowest I'd go for it.
Yeah.
So
Where would you go if you?
Would've
'cause I'd go
gone
D if I had the choice.
B, to be honest. I don't think it's anything better than B, but
Okay, that's I can see that.
cool,
I
cool,
just
cool, cool.
I thought it was just yeah.
Honey Boy.
Honey Boy.
This is a good movie.
It is a good movie. Wait, can I make this wider if I?
No way. Changed the game, dude.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit, I could have made it wider this way too. That would have.
That would have really. That's awesome. Oh, we got
Then I have to move
space.
it all.
I think
It's
we're
fine. We got
fine.
space. I think we're good now.
Honey Boy.
Oh, it just auto even
That's
centered itself.
so sick.
Oh, we're golden. I feel Honey Boy solid B.
B. Now that we like really can have fun with the B's, I think
Yeah.
Honey Boy.
I actually have seen a documentary by the director of Honey Boy,
Oh, really?
which is one I talked about on
The episode, right?
our episode with Lance Oppenheim.
Oh, right.
That is like Bombay Beach, I believe it's
and
called.
he's seen it, right?
Well, he's seen every
Yeah,
documentary
he's
ever made, so
I was gonna say,
And he memorized, like he can like reference them all,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah.
Because even things I've seen like years ago, I'm like I don't remember enough about it
Right.
to talk about it.
But
And he's like, oh yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, I barely understand what I'm saying.
cool.
Oh yeah, were you fine with that?
Oh
Like,
yeah, Honey Boy is such a B movie.
You know what's kind of interesting is that the B movie would actually not be a B movie.
No,
That movie sucks.
That would be a solid D or C.
Yeah.
Life Aquatic. I know you're gonna go S, and I agree.
And you're okay.
I agree. I think it's one of Wes's best movies and does not get the love that it deserves. So this is
Yeah, it was the biggest budget.
Yeah.
At least maybe the most recent two could have been higher. I don't know because it was like in the 30s.
yeah
This one.
yeah, and I think we know where the next one's going to.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you were giving me just to ensure that this was gonna be S.
Well,
I
we're
think
both-
you were just like gonna acquiesce.
I thought we'd both put our tops
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
Cool. Next we
I mean,
have-
anything else you want to say about that movie?
I don't think I think I've said everything about it at this point.
You've said a lot
I
about
really
that movie.
just I have to talk about it all the time. Yesterday, which we talked about a few months ago. But
we did talk about it a few months ago.
but today we're putting it
Yeah, but today, which if you're listening to this the day it comes out, it's
gonna be Monday.
Not yesterday, but if it was yesterday from Monday, it's like if it was yesterday, it would be Sunday. But then yesterday from that is the day we're
doing this. Yesterday from that day is today, but that day we're referencing is tomorrow. But you won't be able to listen to this tomorrow. You'll be listening to this.
No, you'll be listening to it Monday.
You're going to be able to listen to it tomorrow if we were talking about tomorrow, which
exactly.
is
We're not though. We're talking about yesterday.
We're talking about yesterday, the movie.
This is the worst bit that we like. It was really, I think it was a solid bit the first time we did it,
The thing is-
on the episode, and then every other time we do it, it's
It
terrible.
gets less. The thing is, we have to do it every time it comes up, and
Yeah.
no one ever
Now-
talks about it. No one ever is like, we love that bit.
Yeah.
Yesterday's a good C movie, I think.
That's exactly where I was thinking. Like dead on.
Like
I was like
right-
100% C.
Right in the middle.
It's fun to watch. The songs, obviously, they're Beatles songs. They're good.
Yep.
It's just like it's like a nice fun time. You don't have to think too hard.
Totally. Yeah. Waves.
Where are we?
Right
Oh,
next
here we
to
are. Right in the middle.
Waves. I'm also gonna go C. I know you haven't seen it, but
I
I think it's
I haven't seen it, and in the sea.
in the
you
C.
have waves.
Hey, there we go. You haven't seen those C scenes.
So if it's a C, I shouldn't be like too, anticipatory to watch
No,
it.
I think I think it's definitely interesting and has a lot going for it, but it's got a lot of goods and a lot of bads, and it's just right down the middle. Horse
Now,
Girl.
speaking of a lot of bad,
I think dude, honestly, it was like in my bottom 5 of last year. I really didn't. Horse Girl is
Yeah,
such a bad movie.
dude, it's just
It's
like
so-
offensive to me that like the idea of it they thought was gonna like be a hit.
So are we feeling
It's like
F?
the dumbest psychological thriller I've ever seen. In my
Yeah,
life.
totally. Yeah.
Like just because I'm offended by it, it's
gonna-
same, like literally it's the same thing as Unicorn Store where it's just like,
Yeah. All right, cool.
yeah, I could have seen like putting it E, but
It's pretty bad.
I didn't want to.
No. Fight Club.
Fight Club. Dude, if you look at this, it's like Horse Girl sucks. Fight Club rocks. Like it's like Joker S tier.
I think it's so funny audio too, because you're just waiting for us to pick the next movie, and then we're both like Fight Club. But
Yeah. You know what? We definitely have talked about Joker enough. I didn't put it on this list. I'll have to put that there.
did we watch it for an episode, or we've
talked
mentioned
about
it
it a
many
lot,
times?
though.
Yeah. Fight Club
Yeah, Fight Club.
is a good movie. Which, do you know about that sticker that some artist has, like, this sticker around Chicago where they just write down Fight Club is a bad movie, and it's like,
No.
I've seen it on tons of train stops and all over bus signs, and there's one right outside my apartment actually it's just a big thing that says Fight Club is a bad movie, And I always want to know what the artistic meaning is behind this sticker.
Yeah, you wonder if they actually is just like based off their thoughts on the movie.
Yeah.
Or it's like a broader like cultural statement.
Yeah, but either way, I think it's a good movie. So I'm thinking A for sure. Yeah, I'll go with A.
All right, I'm feeling it.
Cool.
Now, I will say I don't like love it as much as people, but so for me, it's like closer to A/B borderline than SA.
Yeah, that me too.
But I'm
me too.
totally fine with A.
Yep. Big Fish.
Now, Big Fish.
Now, you
I
love this movie.
Really like this movie.
Yep. Did you want to go A?
I do want to go A.
All right. I'm comfortable with that. It is a good movie.
I think that it's just a movie that captures like the whole fairy tale element in a way that doesn't feel that cheesy.
Yeah, that's very true.
Which, you know, I like it.
Something to appreciate. Scott Pilgrim. This was the episode with Amanda the Jedi. Big shout out to her. This is probably B. No, not B. This is A.
I kind of think A.
This is definitely A. This is a great movie.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's honestly
Even
like
if,
it's definitely a classic.
Edgar Wright never responded to the cube
thing. Yeah, he did though. I thought he acknowledged it.
No,
he didn't.
He acknowledged like the idea, but like he never responded to the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's the one who technically gave me the idea to do it because like on Twitter he responded saying like the sequel will be Cube Driver.
Yeah.
Which was a good joke. But he never acknowledged that he saw my hard work.
Yeah. Next time.
Green screen myself into it.
You thought you were going to get hired on one of his movies after that.
I didn't think so because it wasn't very good. It was just kind of, you know. But you know, I know Brandon.
Brandon
in the virtual mixer
met him. Yeah, he met
him in the virtual mixer.
In the Coen brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so.
Or at least one of the Coen brothers. I don't know if it was both.
Yeah, of them. That is a hilarious way to meet an iconic director.
Yeah.
Blue Velvet. This was our first video episode. That's how we kicked off.
Was it?
Yep. This is how we kicked off the video portions.
Amazing how many we did that I forgot we didn't even have video for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say it is my fault we didn't do video earlier. I was trying to like keep us like audio only. I thought maybe that would be better
fair.
For growth, but
I don't know why.
Who knows what the right call was?
I don't know why I push it so hard, considering it's just more work for me. But I don't mind it, especially for moments like this. I'm glad we have video.
Yeah.
Now this is. I know we're a little in disagreement here. It's one of my favorite movies, but I know it's probably not objectively that great.
I mean, I liked it, but
yeah.
I didn't love it. Now, I personally would put it B, but I am totally open to putting it A.
Can we throw it at A? I really like
you
this
go
movie.
A?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go A.
All right, cool. I'm just like, if I'm being honest with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the, I forgot what the, something from...
This is the Dan White.
Yep, this is Dan White, but the...
Mistaken for Strangers, the
Mistaken
documentary
for
about
Strangers.
the Nationals.
Yep. This was a good doc. I really liked this.
It was a good doc.
I'd probably go like B or C, to be honest.
Yeah, I think B.
Toss it at B, yeah. Great recommendation from Dan, because...
Yeah, it was like something I definitely would not have watched.
Yeah, I never would have watched this if not for that. The Naked Gun. I forgot we talked about this.
And then for the next week we did Parasite.
Yeah. This is I really like it, but it's probably B. Yeah, this is B.
Yeah, it's just like
it's not better
dumb,
than B.
So where it's hard to put it higher than that.
Yeah.
It's
Parasite.
good dumb though.
It's great dumb, yeah. Parasite is
probably what, like an E.
Parasite is like besides no, this is the easiest S I think in the list. This is a very easy.
Yeah,
it's straight up one of the greatest.
Were like this and Whiplash were like the two surefire.
Yep. Awesome. I, Tonya. This was the Demi. Also should acknowledge Parasite was the Owen episode, and I, Tonya is the Dijuibe episode, which is great. I really like this movie.
I did too. I kind of feel like
B probably. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
We love giving movies B.
Yeah, there's just a lot of.
Look at the, and now it's starting to look like a letterbox chart now.
Yeah, now
it's like
we're starting to see the. We'll balance it out though. I think we had a streak at one point with. Well, maybe we didn't. Akira, this was the Wyatt Olaf episode.
Yeah. Now I had never really seen an anime film before this, and I still haven't seen very many. I'm gonna rectify that soon though.
Yeah. Should watch more Ghibli movies for this.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna actually bring that up at some point. I know I started talking really slow there. Like, what am I gonna say here? This is visually like stunning.
Yep. This is one of the greatest animated
honestly kind
movies.
of like you with that haircut and that hat. Visually stunning.
Honestly, same goes for your bandage, Jeff. While we're on the it's visually
Yep.
I'll go A, to be honest.
I want to go A too, just because it's just
amazing,
incredible.
I would frame this
sometimes
movie.
hard to understand.
Yeah. But
always
great.
Visually stunning.
MacGruber. This was the Jared episode. This is our second Jared episode, actually. The first one was those Christmas movies.
Yeah, MacGruber sucks.
MacGruber was not that good. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way funnier than it was.
Yeah, because the actual Saturday Night Live bit was actually really funny.
Yeah.
But part of that was because it only lasted about 1 minute.
And they made a movie out of it. So
they made a movie where they didn't really even have the parts that made it funny.
Yeah. Should we go?
I want to go E. It's really not very good.
Yeah. Definitely not F, but probably E.
No, definitely not F, but more E than D.
All right, let's see. The Graduate. That's a good movie.
The Graduate.
That's
We're getting there. We're
definitely
almost 2/3 of the way.
Oh yeah, we're in the home stretch in a way.
Not quite home stretch.
Not quite,
but,
but
like the stretch that leads to the home stretch.
Yep. The Graduate. That's a cool poster for it. I've never seen that version of it, but I would go S personally. But I can see
arguments for either, but I can go S. You know what? I'm willing.
Yeah. 2 Elaine May movies in the S tier so far. Well, she wrote Graduate or helped write it, but anyways.
Wait, really?
I think I think she was one of the writers.
I know she's
friends with
had
the
like
director.
one with Heartbreak Kid.
Uh-huh.
Which is like a very similar movie.
Yeah. Hold on. She did not write this movie. I take it back. She did.
I think she might have co-wrote The Heartbreak Kid.
Yep.
Which is like a very similar movie.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind then. Moving on.
Or did she direct Heartbreak Kid?
I don't think she directed.
Yeah, she directed Heartbreak Kid.
She did?
There you go.
I thought I really caught up on her. Never mind.
Heartbreak Kid is actually really good. I saw it with Kevin, who was one of our more recent guests a few years ago at the Music Box. It was like the best preserved film copy.
Damn, that's awesome. Sounds like a cool.
Yeah. It was one of those things where he invited me like last minute because someone else canceled, and I was like, free ticket, baby.
What's
All right,
next? We got. Where is it? Oh, King of Staten Island. That is one of the most obvious like D or C movies for me.
Yeah.
I'd go C.
I definitely wouldn't go D.
Yeah, it had like a lot of heart.
I would go B or C.
Yeah. I liked the movie in the moment.
I'm totally fine with C.
It's just so long. But C is...
It's too long.
It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes for no
these
reason.
feel like movies that it should go with, except for Bling Ring, which sucks.
Yeah. Sure. King of Staten Island. The Five Bloods.
Now
this...
I think this is a solid movie.
This is a good movie, yeah. I was going to say B.
I want to go B.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's where I feel.
Same page. A little messy sometimes, but I think pretty solid. It's such a beautiful day.
This was our
Jaxie episode. What are we feeling here? I know it's one of my favorite movies. I'd go.
It looks so dumb with the black background. It just looks like a little circle.
How do we feel about A? Is that crazy?
I'm fine with A. It's a very unique film.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
This
was a film that was divisive when we did it.
Yeah.
Because the people that listen to this podcast, aka anyone who's listening to this, I guess, that's you.
Yeah.
I'm like, the people who listen to this podcast, which is literally anyone who hears this.
Right.
Yeah, they thought that this should have
been better.
No, the way I started that sentence, there was no way to finish it. You tried to help me, and it didn't make sense. No, but they disagreed with
rated
how we rated it.
I don't think it's that good of a movie. I think it's got the same issues as King of Staten Island, where it's too long.
Mm-hmm. I want to go see.
Yep, I'll go see as well.
It's too long. I think some of the humor hasn't aged
milk.
Well.
Yeah. All right. Palm Springs. Great movie, to be honest.
I like Palm Springs.
Yeah, Palm Springs is a lot of fun. I'd go B, maybe.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Cool. We're really getting this down. We're kind of in sync. First Cow.
No, I also want to go B.
I feel comfortable with that as well. Yeah, B for First Cow. I'm trying to remember if it made it onto my list.
Oh no, I gotta make this lull.
Yep. That was the second Letterboxd Lucy episode, and this next one we'll just jump right into Spy Kids, right? While we're
wait, come on.
Is it? I didn't mean to play the. Oh,
there we go.
Made it white. You got rid of
it's just back to the other.
Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. Okay, big eyes.
Are you? No, wait. We'll do Spy Kids.
Oh, right. Spy Kids. This was not that good. This though is like where I start to feel for Diver Wimpy Kid fans, because I'm like, I have a little bit of a soft spot for Spy Kids, but I will fully recognize it as a god awful movie.
The thing though is that I actually really like movie. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I kind of just like the concept of it enough to where I kind of want to go D.
Yeah. Oh, D is like, I feel very good with D.
Yeah,
it's
I don't think
generous.
It's any worse than that.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing where I kind of enjoy Ready Player One just because I think the concept is fun, even though I don't think it's particularly well done.
Yeah. All right. Big eyes.
You know what? Real quick.
What's he doing? Joker. Oh yeah, we should probably put in Joker.
Yeah. Which poster do you want? This one?
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair.
Okay. Should we just do Joker right now while we're on the topic?
Yeah.
Joker is like a C for me.
That's right.
B or C.
It's fine.
It's just fine. Cool. Joker. Big eyes.
Are you saying big guys?
Big guys. Big guys. Big guys. Big eyes is honestly E or F. I
think it's a little better than that.
Okay. D?
I kind of want to go D, yeah.
D's fair. I can get down with that. It had a thing it wanted to do. 20th Century Women. This was the Ayanna Murray episode. I
had literally never heard of this movie before we did it for that episode.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's good. It is good. It was a fun time. I would go B personally.
Yeah, I want to go B.
Cool. What is that?
American Pickle.
An American Pickle. That's the first poster I did not recognize at all.
No, I didn't recognize it either because I couldn't find like the normal picture they used for
Yeah.
it. So this is the only one I saw.
We liked American Pickle.
Yeah, I kind of think C.
Yeah. In the context of
I don't know how
everything
you feel.
else, I also feel C. I don't think it's as good as any of the other B movies in that list.
I don't think so either.
But it's definitely one of the better ones.
It's like
in
enjoyable.
C.
It's really short, which is nice.
Totally. Hitch. This was the episode with my sister, Elsa. It's probably C or D.
I think C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
fun. Will Smith is very good at it.
Yeah, it's a rom-com. It's just a very
Yeah.
by the numbers rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
My Life is a Zucchini, our second park episode. This is a solid flick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you
What do you
feeling?
think?
I
mean,
probably A, right? Or B?
I kind of thought I was thinking A
Yeah,
as well,
it's a
honestly.
pretty
It's
great
very
movie.
good.
Um,
Now, I couldn't watch it that often just because it's like hits you a little too much
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. You know what? And this reminds me, it's written by Celine Sciamma, who did Portrait of a Lady. And we have talked about that one a lot. I don't know if we want to add that to the tier list, but
Yeah, I will.
it's kind of like a
I'll do it after
Joker
this.
situation. Moneyball. I liked Moneyball. I
like
really
Moneyball.
liked Moneyball. I would honestly
Yeah.
go B. I know that's kind of a crazy take, but I thought it was a good movie.
I don't think that's crazy at all.
No? All right, let's go Moneyball then.
I think that's the lowest I would let you put it.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, have you seen how cool Brad Pitt is in that movie?
Yeah, he's really cool in that movie. Looper. Looper is
It's fine.
it's fine. Yeah, it's probably
C?
C. Yeah. Sorry, did JGL.
All right, I'm gonna Portrait of a Lady here.
Nice. Quick break while we're doing this. Just want to thank all the sponsors we did not get in these first 100 episodes. But hope to see you guys in season 2, possibly. Yeah.
You know who we do love though? The patrons.
The patrons. We want to give a quick
You've been our
intermission
only
thank you
sponsors.
to the patrons. Yeah. And I guess we'll just get right back into it. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Why does this look like a postage stamp?
Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, it went away.
Oh, there it stopped.
Cool.
Okay.
That's an S for me. I
an
think
S.
it's
was
an amazing movie.
a great movie.
Yeah.
This is the movie that for my 2020 list I kept being like, well, technically I think the U.S. theatrical release was in 2020, so I
Put it on number 1.
put it number
That
one.
was the case for a lot of people. I saw it on a lot of 2020 best ofs.
Yeah, this also was the last film that I saw in theaters.
That's a good one to see in theaters.
Yeah, so at least it was a good one. Right?
Yeah.
At least it wasn't something like what was your last film?
Downhill, the Will Ferrell movie where he goes
That's,
skiing. That's
not great.
That's a really bad at like a 2 p.m. screening in a very small theater. It's like one old woman. Next we have where is it? Black Swan.
Black Swan.
Black Swan. We're really in the final stretch. Well, almost. I guess I can only say that when we get to the last row.
We are in the final 15 minutes.
Yep. Black Swan is probably B or A.
I want to go A. I think
It's a good movie.
As
putting it
I
in
remember,
B.
I called it at the time the best film school movie ever made.
Yeah. Which is deserving of A.
Because some of the stuff it was doing thematically was like very on the nose, but it was like just done so well where you couldn't be mad at it.
Yep.
It's like when film school and people use like the color
Blue
theory
to be
in like the
sad.
most overt way ever.
Yep.
Yeah. Or it's like someone who's supposed to be like very good is like wearing all white and you're like,
That's the good person.
It's a little. Yeah, that guy's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about him makes me think he's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Can't put my finger on it. Guns Akimbo.
Guns Akimbo. Well, that's a bad one, isn't it?
F Akimbo.
Yeah, if that's. Yep.
F Akimbo.
F Akimbo for Daniel Radcliffe.
I wonder if someone could find a way to like intercut this with like the last Harry Potter movie, where it looks like Harry just goes on like a gun rampage.
Has guns nailed to his hands. All right. What is that? What movie is that?
That's In the Mood for Love.
In the Mood for Love.
It's not. I know this one when I did it, I was trying to go fast, and I realized that I'm like, this is not the usual poster.
Yeah, I cannot recognize that at all. But that's this will be one of our most unpopular. I think both you and I are on the same page, though. Thankfully, it's a B or C. It's probably a B. It's like a good movie.
Yeah, I think
we were.
Yeah,
both...
it's just I didn't love it.
No, yeah,
I liked it. Didn't love it.
Yeah. But I have nothing against the people who love it.
For sure. This is starting to look like a Letterboxd account.
Yep.
Except for we have way more Fs.
This is
like low end.
Looks exactly like my bar, to be honest. Dolphin Tail.
Dolphin Tail. Okay, so one thing when I was looking at this poster that I did not know, is that here, I'll zoom in on the poster real quick. I'm in the I'm not in the poster.
I was gonna say Jeff's there.
No, okay, so this is as far as I can zoom in. See this in 3D. I did not know this movie was in 3D. So I am in 3D.
You're in 3D. That's so exciting. We should record a podcast episode in 3D for fun. And
I could. I have like two good cameras, so I just set them out like side by side, and then you could do the thing where they're, like, since they're slightly off, you could like have the glasses.
Yep.
I can make them like red and blue. And then I just keep going like this, like during the middle of it. I'm like,
well, my point here is, it's dumb.
That's so natural. My point
is, it's not good.
And then you like have some breadcrumbs and you just like chuck them. Like, what are you talking about?
All right. Dolphin Tail. D, right?
D for Dolphin Tail.
D for Dolphin. Yeah. Cool.
I mean, it's a respectably well done kids movie.
Yeah. No, I don't have a lot against Dolphin Tail. It's just.
I mean, I'm looking at this list, and I feel like I should probably put it E, but
it's fine.
I can see arguments for both.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at D for Dolphin Tail just because I'm in it. I get a little bump because I'm in it.
Yep. What do we have? Country Bears.
I actually have very strong feelings with this.
Yeah.
In terms of a rating.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I think that this is like the most E you could possibly get.
That is so true. This is such an E movie. Cool. Glad we didn't have to discuss that one too much.
Yeah. It is like it's a little more interesting than these movies.
Yep.
Well, maybe Dougal's more interesting. I only watched 4 minutes.
No. That's the second bear movie to be in the E tier. That and Open Season.
Maybe we just don't like bears.
We don't like bears that much. But we love cows. Hence first cow being that.
I finally learned like this year that there's bears that live in Florida.
What? How?
Yeah, like in the
I guess that makes
a bit
sense.
more north than where I am.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like wooded areas.
Right.
I just didn't know that we had bears. I mean, we have bears, we have panthers.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, Hubie
Halloween is D probably, right? D or C?
I kind of think C.
See, I said D because I didn't want to seem crazy, but I did like it. I had fun watching the movie.
I think that I think you have to, in the context of the fact that it is a seasonal Halloween movie.
Yep.
For a Halloween movie, it does kind of get you in the spirit.
It gets you in the spirit, yeah. I'm like, I want to go trick or treating, but I couldn't because I'm too old.
Because I'm watching Hubie Halloween.
I'm watching Hubie Halloween, yeah. Little Shop of Horrors. Amazed I made that out from that poster, but
that is honestly impressive.
That's gonna be a C for me. I think it's right down the middle. I'm not as crazy about this as a
Yeah,
lot of people are.
I agree.
But I still think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty short.
It's short.
If I remember correctly.
Entertaining. It's got a cool ending.
And it has Rick Moranis in it. What more could you want?
What more could you want? Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes. No, I just want to throw it in D. I think you think it's more of an E.
Yeah, I would have loved to say E for Enola, but I think it's more properly a D movie than... It was fun in the moment. I had more fun with it than I thought I would, is what I'll say.
Right.
But I still don't
like
think
these
it's
like
that
dumb period piece type things.
Yeah. Cool.
It's more fun than I think I anticipated, but still not that much fun.
Not crazy about it.
So, D. Nola Holmes.
D. Nola Holmes. On the Rocks. Forgot we talked about this. Oh,
yeah.
You forgot Lost in Translation.
I did.
You did.
Well, we'll do it right after On the Rocks.
This is probably D for me. D or E. I wasn't crazy about it when I watched it.
I didn't like it either.
No.
I wouldn't say E, but I would say D.
Yeah, probably D for me.
It just, I felt like
it
felt like Lost in Translation, but worse.
with no purpose. Yeah,
and
with
it's
just kind of a mood. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It was more of a mood than a film.
Let's get Lost in Translation in there.
It's a signed poster.
Hell yeah.
We got a signed poster.
Just for the 100th episode. This is B or A for me.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think there are some things that are like a little bit
didn't
sketchy
age
about
well.
it now,
Yeah,
but I still think that it's still a good film. I'm not putting it in C. I was just talking.
In that case, let's.
You want to go A or B?
Probably B for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have.
We can fit. I can make B a little bigger if we need it.
If need be. If we need.
I clicked this, by the way. So,
okay, there we go. Kajillionaire. Probably an A in my book.
I agree, actually.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty great movie.
Now, I think that it's the opposite of Lost in Translation, to where, this is the type of film that would not have been made when Lost in Translation was made.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
In terms of the content of like, how the characters interact with each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's still a film that's it's like incredibly relevant.
Yeah. Totally. Fargo.
We are Fargo.
Fargo is pretty great movie. Yeah, probably A. I personally would go S, but I'm cool compromising for an A. Cool. Rango. This seems like a C, right? Rango's C.
That's where I was
like
going.
Right down the middle.
Right, exactly.
We're on a
Dead
roll
on.
with these. We're in. Okay, Sound of Metal. How about? I was gonna say A. Personally,
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's a great movie. I think it's got some amazing technical things to it. I'm glad we figured out how to expand this tier list, because we would not have been able to fit. See what happens.
I don't know if it's gonna resize it in a way that's helpful.
We'll see what happens. Cool. Maybe it's like a.
All right. Well, it's gonna take a second here.
Well, in this quick intermission,
I don't know if the tier list was intended to have this many things on it.
Yeah, we have we have 100 movies on it. Cool.
Yeah, okay, that's as far as I can go. How much space does that give it? That gives us like another 3, so then we might just stack them.
That's all good. That's fine. Next we have Tenet. Don't have to worry about putting this up in the A or B.
No, we
so
don't.
we could just.
We did have to worry about hearing what they were saying.
Yeah, I'd toss this in the C or D.
I think that visually it's interesting enough.
Yeah.
To go C, but I
was
think
into it, but I was
it's
confused.
Not very good.
No.
Yeah.
It's not a great movie. It's more of just.
It's a fine movie.
A collection of cool shots.
Yeah, I love like if you look at this list, it's like kind of weird. Where like, yeah, Meatballs is the same level as Tenet.
The Tangerine Bear, also, yeah, we barely talked about the Tangerine.
It was just my brother who didn't watch it, and you didn't really rewatch it.
I rewatched 30 minutes of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought I
explained
explained the plot in like way too much detail to my brother.
So where are you gonna put it?
I think it's an E.
All right.
I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, hey, I am not that passionate about the Tangerine Bear placement.
I know this is a big part of your childhood.
Yeah, it was huge for me growing up, but
that's why your favorite color is tangerine.
We're adding a third bear to that tier section.
It's just all bears.
It's all bears in the E's.
And then also a chimp.
A chimp. And in a way a hog for a while.
Yeah. Then we gotta add we just gotta add all the animals.
Exactly.
Like Howard the Duck.
Howard
We have
the
a duck. Why do we watch so many animal
We watched
movies?
a lot of animal movies on this podcast. Moving.
A unicorn story even has unicorn in the name.
Okay.
All right, we're in the last row.
We're in the final stretch. Now actually no.
Yeah, wait, did we put portrait related? Yeah, we did. Okay.
Yep. Soul. I liked Soul.
I did. Too.
I'm cool with A or B.
Yeah, I want to go A.
Awesome. A lot of A's. I did not expect the A's to come back this hard on this list, but
I know we're really, like in a B mode, but
yeah. Cool. Next we have A Serious Man. That was for the Kevin episode. Also pretty good movie. Probably closer to a B or C. Or not, no, I meant
not a C.
Definitely not a C. Probably a B.
I'm fine with B.
All right, cool.
Now we got the other Kevin movie, The Doc.
Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets.
That made us sound smart with Lance Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Because this like played at Sundance the same year his film did.
And I really liked this documentary. I thought
you
it
gonna
was...
go B?
I'm cool with B, yeah. I actually had such a good time with it.
I did too. Yeah, I was just confusing, like, because I intentionally didn't look into it before we watched it. So, like, obviously, realizing later that a lot of it was like staged was like kind of it was very interesting.
Yeah,
to, like,
kind of look at it that way,
piece it together, like what was actually happening.
No Country for Old Men. That's with our good friend Brandy.
Brandon
Hoig.
Follow him on Instagram. Tell him we sent you.
Very talented cinematographer. That's got to be S, right? This is an amazing movie.
Gotta be
for Brandon. Cool. Next we have Promising Young Woman. Which I really liked, but I can see myself not. It like I can see like the love for it going down as recency bias goes away. I'll probably go B for now. To be honest,
I think B or C. I think I'm fine with B.
All right, yeah. Next we have Some Kind of Heaven, the Lance Oppenheim doc, who we talked to.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we want to have Lance Oppenheim back on sometime.
Yeah, to talk about Hotel for Dogs.
Right. So I no. I do actually really like this doc.
It is a really great documentary. Definitely, like, honestly, yeah, it's one of my favorites of this year.
Yeah, I mean, definitely no lower than B, and this is a completely
unbiased because we did talk to the guy.
Yeah.
I'd go B for now, to be honest.
I'm fine with that. I think that it's like one of the prettiest documentaries I've ever seen.
Yeah. Just one of the most
and it really
unique.
does capture Florida in a very interesting way.
Totally. Yeah.
How long has this episode been?
We are nearing 2 hours. We have 10 minutes left until we're at 2 hours. And
all right, well, that's we'll
this
end
is
before
this
then.
is the 100th episode special. Secret Zoo is gonna have to be near the bottom, just to kind of wrap up all our animal.
It's shot very well.
Yeah.
On a technical level, it's a very good movie. Now, on a plot
narratively
level,
wise, it's not
less good.
Yeah.
It's not bad,
No.
but I mean, for me, it's either a D or an E.
Probably
I think
E.
E.
D.
You think E?
I'm thinking E. I don't think that was a very good movie.
I don't either, but like I'm looking at the other ones we'd be putting it with, and I'm like, I can't say that Country Bears is on the same level. Country Bears is like almost unwatchable.
That's true. I'd put it in D.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like
fair.
because I feel like it's like a Big Eyes on the Rocks level of
where it's just like
how I felt about it.
it
feels
not
right.
good, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, but it's not bad. I'm not like mad I watched it. I
No.
just don't want to watch it again.
Point Break. Now
Point Break,
we disagreed on this one too. I would personally,
but not
too much.
not
too much.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry, you go.
I was gonna say A. I think it is a really fun, really clever move. Like way smarter than people give it credit for. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think it's now pretty critically acclaimed. But
I agree. It's fun. I personally probably would go B, but
we don't have.
would be content putting in A if that's how you feel strongly enough.
Cool. We also don't have any room for it in B, so we gotta we have to. Yeah.
I mean, you could always flip one of these guys. 'Cause
Right
now we have it ahead of like Ad Astra and Punch Drunk Love and Jojo Rabbit.
That's true.
So you're saying that you think it's better than all of these?
You know what? Maybe we can flip it around with Punch Drunk Love. I it feels.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
What do I just move them one by one over?
We're here for another 20 minutes. Gotta thank those patrons again.
Gotta do it in order.
Yep. All right.
We
are near. We have one more, and it is Diarrhea of a Wimpy Kid. This has got to be E, right? E or D?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not F. I want to be very clear.
Definitely not F.
For
all the fans, it's not F. But it's not one of our favorites.
You know what? This is fan service. If you want to screenshot this, here, I'll stick it here.
There.
For now, just for a quick second.
second.
Wait. Okay, so if you want to screenshot that,
Go ahead.
There you go. I'm gonna move it.
Now we're gonna put it down where it belongs. In D, probably. It's better than E.
I think it's borderline E, but I'll give it a little bump.
Yeah.
Because it's at least like a kind of a fun coming of age thing it has going for it.
Yep. And
yeah.
that.
Now, is there any we missed?
I was keeping pretty good track while we were doing it, and I don't think we're missing any, to be honest. That's pretty much everything.
So yeah, let's take a quick minute to analyze what we've just done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of pleased with the,
We watched a lot of great movies in these 100 episodes. We honestly watched. This is the perfect balance, in my opinion. We have the stinkers, for sure. Mm-hmm. But we have a lot of great. The good movies in those A and B and S are all very fun to talk about. So I think we kind of nailed it.
And I think that even this middle group are still interesting.
Oh yeah, they're honorable for sure.
And then these are all just I think a lot of these are the general there's some are interesting choices that most people wouldn't have talked about. Mm-hmm. There's not many people talking about Moneyball that came out 10 years ago on the
right. I think this is.
I think that we have a good balance.
It's a hard list to get mad about. I don't think people can really get mad at us for this.
There's something for everyone.
Exactly.
even if you like terrible movies,
there's something
a lot there for you.
Yeah. All right.
What was your favorite episode from?
Good question. I won't lie. I think that either. Actually, let me think about this for a second. I do really like the episode we did with Arturo and Zach recently.
Yeah.
I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I also
really like the one we did on their podcast.
Yep. I think they're just really fun guys to talk to.
Yeah.
But also our Guns Akimbo episode, even though it was a bad movie, I thought that was a really funny episode. Like, I think some of our favorite bits
talked about it.
Yeah, our favorite bits are from that. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of memories of doing this podcast in like various places.
Yeah.
Because I would say, what have we done? Maybe like 8 of the episodes in the same room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've done like 2 in a park.
Yep. You could count them on one hand, I think.
I think
maybe
2 hands, but not many. You wouldn't need that. You would not need other people's hands.
No. Ishtar, we did.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like the Elsie Fisher one because I remember I was in Lithuania.
Yeah.
And I had to like rent a hotel room.
Yep.
Because I was in like a hostel before that, and I had to like walk across town to like some random hotel that was like the rooms were like 25 euros a night or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I liked a lot of the ones we did when I was in like abroad, but also I think like the White Olaf one and like the Demi ones were really fun.
The Demi one was great. Yeah. All of our guests. Shout out to all of our guests.
Yeah, really, all the guest ones
being on with
really
us.
Fun.
I forgot to shout out the Whiplash one with Harrison from Alpha.
Yeah,
Media.
that one we did that one in
together,
person.
but with a
guest.
guest.
That was like one of the only guest ones where he was on like online.
Yeah,
and we were together in person.
Very intimidating for him. 2 guys, but
yeah.
And then shout out to Shea Frillis for the Jojo Rabbit episode where we had him on. That was also a fun one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel bad if I'm missing any guests. Obviously, there was the Adam one from last week, but
right. And then we had Nick Emmanuel, our friend.
Nick for Honey Boy. Yeah. It was a good 100 episodes that we had.
Yeah. I know. I honestly was like amazed thinking that we got it to 100 just because the last like 40 have all been like quarantine ones.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like been a blur of a year.
But I think
it's
really
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We made it to 100.
More than 100, actually, in this list currently, because sometimes there were double features and more that we talked about than there were episodes. But cool.
Well, 100 episodes is...
Do we want to
wrap
this special up?
Yeah. Do we have some questions real quick? Like maybe 2?
I did not even check, actually. But
all right. Worst case, we'll answer like 1 question.
Yep. I'll go to the Reddit and answer 1 lucky submission. Oh God, I just logged on and
you're like, oh, it's just a deep fake.
It's just another deep. Yep, body. That's what seems to be going on. This one comes from Dr. Aneurysm, who I don't think we've had a question from in a while, but it is: do you believe in ghosts?
No. Nope.
I don't either.
Oh yeah, well, good question.
Well,
that does
thank
it
you
for Q&A
so much,
week.
Dr. Aneurysm. I'll have a timestamp just for Q&A anyways. We'll get into the wrap up. For next week, I don't think we have a movie picked out yet.
Nope.
But I'll keep that updated on the Twitter when we do pick one. And I'd like to read a review because we like to encourage you guys to leave reviews. This is our 100th episode special review. If that means anything to anybody. This one comes from Jack Schrader. The subject line is, "You guys make me laugh," 5 stars. And the review reads, "You are such fun I can laugh. Happy day, make more sound, make more laugh." That's the review.
We'll try to keep doing it.
Do that. That's what we live by. Thank you, Jack, for that lovely review. And lastly, we just want to thank the patrons for all the support for these last 100 episodes. And we've done so many other episodes than that. Also, how do I stop? Are we still sharing the screen?
We are. Oh, I can stop share.
Oh, I can stop participants sharing.
Okay, there you
go. Thank you for all the support over these last 100 episodes and for the many bonus episodes we've recorded in this time span. Yeah. If you want to become a patron, head on over to patreon.com/Karstcast, where you can get exclusive access to bonus episodes, Q&As, shout-outs at the end of every episode, and much, much more.
Yeah, and we really appreciate it. I mean, we would not have made it this far without like the patrons and also just everyone who's sends us questions and all that.
Very true.
So
yeah, this podcast runs on you guys.
On love. Okay, no, yeah, that too.
Yep. And we have a new Zoom hangout coming soon with the patrons that we should announce pretty soon. But
yeah, I think in the next week, like this upcoming week, we'll announce it for sure. And maybe it might be next week, and we'll see. You'll hear.
But with all that said, thank you, Addison Ware, AJ Ford, Annabelle Falk, Ben Chow, Bex, Blake Root, Boyoyoyoy, Brandon Yu, Brock Schultz, Camilla, David Sir, Eden, Fozzie Bear, Grant Gow, Harry Remedianakis. Hey, buddy, thanks for calling. Ed can't come to the phone right now. Please leave a message after the tone. Thanks. I don't live in Ohio. Iva, Jaden Easton, Jacob Colness, Jane V, John Van Hout, Joshua Krzwicki, KDT, Kaylee Patney, Liv Rob, Molly Overbow, Martin Deff, Martina, Mary Lee Borslow, Micah Simmons, Monroe Page, Parks, Riley Oss, Robert Burke, Saba, Sam Farr, Sophia Arieta, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Smitty Werbin, Jagerman Jensen, Taylor Hardy, 10 billion, The Phone Rings in the Middle of the Night, Tom Likes Beans, Vegard Strom, Vera S, Xavier Fossier, and Youssef A. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. One real quick announcement. I am on my YouTube page re-releasing the web series I did with Dan White.
Ooh, I didn't know about that.
So that starting, on Monday, I am going to be I don't know how frequently, but I mean, they'll all be out within 2 weeks, but I'm going to put the first one out on Monday. So
awesome.
When this podcast drops, it should be available to watch. So yeah, please watch it.
For sure.
I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and then I will be recording a 1,000 subscriber thank you with Mary Lee Borslow.
Yes. Oh my God. That's, I'm excited for that. Awesome.
Yeah. Lastly, I want to say, thanks Karsten for doing this podcast.
Thanks Jeff for coming up with the idea to do this podcast. It's been a lot of fun. It's been so much fun. Hopefully we can be in the same room again at some point in the next 100 episodes.
Yep. Yep. I hope so.
But yeah. Anyways, Jeff, do you have anything else to say? Catch you on the flip side. Catch you on the flip side.
Flip side.
Wait. I'm going to end it on that.